I would go from house to house to drop potions on people.
Woo! What a year! So many animatronics, conventions, haunted houses, these really cool new props. I had some major hits. I had some major flops. I even had a video go viral. 1.7 million views as of right now. 2025 had quite a range. So what was my biggest hit this year? That's easy. It's Alira. This girl practically took the internet down. Who knew that getting bit by a vampire was going to make the YouTube algorithm just fall in love with me? So what have I learned over the last 12 months? Well, I feel like I've gotten better with shot composite. You know, how does it look inside of the screen? I think that my lighting has gotten better, my editing has gotten better. I've got to experience some really cool things like filming inside of haunted houses, which I still need to kind of refine that technique. That's new to me, but I've gotten a lot better at that. So if you've been with me for a while, hopefully you've seen those improvements and you're going to say that we are on the right path. Now, there were so many cool things that happened in 2025 that were new for me. The biggest one was being able to film in so many haunted houses. And that was a blessing because it's something that I've always wanted to do, and I had such a great time going out to all of these different haunted houses. But that moment that made me feel like, yes, you made it! It's when I opened up that email from Six Flags over Texas and they said I could come out and film on media night. Oh, that was awesome. It was my first time to ever do something like that. I was alone. I was nervous because there was a lot of larger YouTubers around, so I felt kind of nervous. And I really wasn't prepared, just being my first time experience. So that filming did come out the way that I wished it would have. But man, if I get invited to 2026, I'm going to kill it because now I know what to expect and I will be much better prepared. But yes, that made it moment was at Six Flags over Texas. So what is working? I think what's working is trying to show myself more and have my audio or my voice in the audio more whenever I'm at a convention or whenever I'm at a haunted house or something where I'm not the primary focus or the subject of the video itself. And it's really hard to be able to try to record yourself, keep the audio going, and put yourself in frame. It's a skill that I'm working on developing. Some of the guys that have been in this game much longer than me do it really, really well, and I have a much higher respect for them now that I see how difficult it is. I also see some other folks that have 2 or 3 people with them. Somebody's carrying equipment, somebody's got a tripod, somebody's got the microphone, somebody's got the camera. Man, that must be lucky, but for me, it is me solo, and so it's something that I'm working on, and hopefully you'll see me improve in this area. Oh boy, so now I'm going to talk about some flops that I did not expect. So, number 1 was my ghost hunt at Terror Isle Haunted House, where I spent the night with 2 paranormal investigators. I think that one, it's a really, really well done video, I feel. And if you haven't seen it, I think you should go watch it. There's some really cool things that happen on that video, and I think that we actually made contact with ghosts. Why do I think that it didn't do so great? Maybe because timing, the season, it was off season. And number 2, I'm not really a paranormal channel, so it's not necessarily what my audience is looking for. And maybe the thumbnail had something to do with it as well. But that one was really sad because I put a lot of work into that and research into that. I think it was really good. If you hadn't checked it out, check it out. The other one that really surprised me is Kids Say the Craziest Thing About Halloween. It was really cute, and I had some really good kids that participated in that.
My mom despises Disney characters. I'm bored of it. Wait until my mom hears this.
Again, it was an off-season kind of thing, so maybe that one, it was just the fact that it was, I think it was in March or April when I released that, so people were kind of over Halloween. But it was kind of sad because it was a lot of fun to record. I thought it was a unique idea, and so I was kind of a little disappointed on that one that it didn't do as well as expected. Okay, so my last big letdown that I'm going to share with you is the Transworld Halloween show. Now, I've seen a lot of videos from Transworld. 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 views is nothing unusual. My Transworld, think maybe I got 200 views. I'm not certain. I don't even like to look at it. But I think where I went wrong is what I just talked about not long ago, which is not showing my reactions enough, not narrating enough. And a lot of that had to do with that was my first time at that show, and I was enamored. I was just looking around, taking it all in, maybe not concentrating as much on what I'm actually filming. So, hey, I think I want to go back to Transworld again in 2026 and try again. I'm not certain, but let me know if you think I should. But yeah, that was kind of a disappointment because I really wanted that one to be a really nice video. Now, I had a couple of really big surprises this year as well. So we talked about Alira. That one blew me away. 1.7 million views, and she's still going. I have something planned with her for Christmas, so hopefully I can pull that off. Now, another big surprise was a short that I did from Haunted House here in Houston that's called Phobia Haunted Houses. And that one, let me tell you how the setup went. So I was kind of going through and asking different actors to do this and to do that. And as I'm going through and I saw this really cool scene, one of the actors there actually said, hey, what if he puts me in the refrigerator?
Wait, hold up.
And I'm like, okay, let's go for it. I didn't know what to expect, but it was beautiful. The way it was filmed, the way I edited, it was awesome. 30,000 plus views between Instagram and YouTube. And so that one kind of blew me away. I knew I was onto something when she got thrown into the refrigerator, but I didn't expect it to do that well. So I was really happy about that. Now, something else that's happened throughout the year that's been really cool and satisfying for me is people have come up to me multiple times now that recognize me and they just want to say hi. And man, I'm going to tell you, that feels good. It's really nice because it's a lot of work to do these type of videos, and it feels so good when somebody comes up to you and go, hey, I watch you, or I like that video on XYZ. It just makes it all worth it. So if you see me out somewhere and you watch my videos or you are a subscriber, come let me know because that feels really, really good. Okay, so another shocker that I did not see coming and I really didn't plan on it was the video for the Party City closing. Now that one caught me by surprise because I had no idea that store was on the verge of closing. And to be honest with you, I didn't go to the store that much. So being kind of out of touch and then bam, that happening, it was just kind of a surprise for me. And in that video, I did a lot of research about the history of Party City and exactly what brought it to the point of closing. It was kind of sad. And I worked for another company, I'm not going to say what it is, that kind of went through really the same type of thing. The same type of story where it was kind of like one person started it and they were doing really well and it kind of changed hands and they had different ideas and it just didn't work out. So if you haven't checked it out, it's pretty short. Check out the Party City closure video, but it definitely kind of hurt to tell that story knowing that we have lost another retail option. Okay, so what else did I do new for this last 12 months? Well, I tried Instagram. Now, Instagram is a very interesting animal. I've done all of my research in YouTube. That's really where I've studied and kind of learned. It turns out Instagram is a whole different ballpark. So take, for instance, Alira. I put that same exact video, the same video with the same cover. Everything is the same on Instagram, 200 views. YouTube, 1.7 million views. Go figure. So it's a very different animal. I have to really do some studying on Instagram, and I also tried to bring in some things that are not haunt related. I really like these traveling museums or temporary museums that specifically are like, there was one that's in town right now that's art is, or balloons are art, and there's been some really cool light show type of things and 8K movies. So I've done a few different things and I've tried those out on Instagram. Not a big hit, which is kind of sad because I would really like to share some of the cool things that I do outside of haunts, but it just doesn't seem to go over well. I don't know, should I keep trying? Let me know what you think, especially if you happen to follow me on Instagram. So I did show you some of the new animatronics, some of the lower end animatronics I should say, from like Spirit Halloween and Lowe's and Home Depot. I did most of those as short form this year for a couple of reasons. Number one, I didn't buy that many. I purchased Stripe from the Home Depot and Chucky and a few others that I did put on the channel. But I'm trying to kind of switch my own personal habits to buying some higher quality type props and animatronics for a couple of reasons. Number one, I feel like the lower end stuff, you know, it's temporary. It just doesn't last very long. They're just not made well. Number two, I'm kind of out of storage. I already bought too many of those things, and I either need to sell some and then I could purchase some more, or figure out a different storage solution. Right now my garage is a mess. But I was able to bring you some other higher quality props like Allure, or this guy from Distortions. That's Legend Werewolf, and this is the Legend Mutant. And some of the really cool props that I bought this year, like this zombie zapper. So there's some things that I have really been wanting to purchase for many, many years, and I kept buying these Spirit Halloween and Home Depot kind of cheaper animatronics and not really putting the bucks into some of this bigger, higher quality stuff. But I think that's probably where I'm going to focus on, is less equal more, because it's higher quality. Now with that said, I actually just did a Christmas video, Christmas ideas, and I showed some of the other cool things that I have purchased throughout the year. I got some teeth, some really cool horror teeth. I got some cool contact lenses. So if you haven't checked out that video, check it out. You can see some of the other cool things that I bought besides animatronics throughout the year. Okay, so now I'm going to share with you the funniest thing that happened from a standpoint of filming for my haunt material in 2025. So I had never met Eddie Spector, nor had I met Sari Hewlett Pacheco, who are two paranormal investigators that I was meeting over at Terror Isle Haunted House to do a story where we spend the night and try to communicate with ghosts in this haunted house that's really a haunted house. So I knew I was going to have problems with Sari's name, because it's just, I can't tell you why, it's just a really, really hard name for me. And it's not hard, it's Sari Hewlett Pacheco. But I knew I was going to have a hard time with that. And my entire drive over to do this filming, which was about 45 minutes from where I live, I kept practicing it over and practicing it over, because I just said, whenever I get there, I want to hit it out of the ballpark. Sari Hewlett Pacheco.
You're good.
Is that good?
You're good.
All right. We have Eddie Spector, who is a paranormal investigator. And over here we have Sarah Hewlett Pacheco. And over here we have Sari Hewlett. In the final cut of the actual video, you're going to see her off to the side. She finally said, I'm going to help you. I'm going to whisper it. I can say it without moving my lips. I'm like, okay. So you'll see her. And over here we have Sari Hewlett Pacheco. But it's super funny. Sari Hewlett Pacheco. It's not that hard. It just wouldn't come out that day. Okay, so now I'm going to tell you about a filming that was extremely emotional for me. So that is going to be where I follow these two young men through the Terror Isle Haunted House. And I had met them, or I had met one of them at Halloween the previous year. He came and he did a few little things like filming around some of my props, and it was really cute, and I stayed in touch because I liked the way that he acted. So I thought he would be really good if I have an opportunity to do a haunted house filming with him. And he brought a friend of his. And so I really just had an opportunity to meet both of them there. What I didn't know is they had never been through a haunted house. And so I kind of made some assumptions that they knew what they were getting into, but they really didn't. And at the beginning of the video, it's all smiles, it's all happy before we go in. They were excited, and it was awesome. And we're not too far into it, and Carlo is really, really reacting. God bless his heart, he was scared to death. And I did not realize how scared he was, because I was trying to hold the camera and really focus. So I kind of lost touch, but at some point it kind of hit me like, oh, he is really scared. Especially probably when he said, can we leave? And I felt really bad at that point, because I realized how scared he really was. And it made me kind of think real quickly back to me being at that age. I was scared crapless as well. Now I am so tainted now. I go through haunted houses and it's very, very difficult to make me scared. But he was so scared, and I felt so bad for putting him in that situation. And there was no way out of it. Plus, I needed my video. A little selfish, but I needed my video. So I had to help him through. Now, I didn't show it all, but I'm constantly, behind him. I make sure he knows I'm behind him. I'm telling him everything's okay. I got your back. Damien was in front. Damien was a super trooper, just going through it, helping his friend. But it was really emotional when we got out, and I really realized how scared he was. So when we wrapped it all up, I talked to him, and his little heart was just about to jump out of the chest. I felt so bad. But it all kind of came full closure the following day. I got a message from his parents to say he was happy that he did it, and he was proud that he made it through. So it's like, thank you. And I'm proud you made it through too. I was glad to be part of it, but I'm going to tell you, it was a roller coaster ride on that filming. Okay, looking back, my best skit for the year was Alira. Enough said, talked about her enough. That thing was awesome. Now, some things that I really look forward to was going to St. Louis for a couple reasons. Number one, it was my first year to attend Trans World Halloween Conference show. Number two, I was going to get to experience the darkness. Now, both of these things I've seen a lot of videos on YouTube for probably the last 10 or 15 years of my life, so I was super excited. It was an adrenaline rush. It was really, really awesome to be able to attend both of those things. The darkness was awesome. If you haven't checked out that video, it's worth just at least browsing through it and checking out some of the animatronics. That thing is like going to the #1 animatronic store in the world. That haunt has everything in it. So yeah, it was a fantastic opportunity. It was kind of at the beginning of, well, actually it was probably my second haunt to film ever. So maybe the filming's not so great, but it was a hot haunt. I mean, a really, really cool opportunity. Speaking of filming haunts, I am so blessed that I have had the opportunity to film so many cool haunts this year. And there have been some cool ones, and I've had a blast at all of them. And I don't want to name them because I'm afraid that I'll forget, but I'll put their names on the screen. But I want to say thank you to all of the haunts that allowed me to film for 2025. Hopefully, I have the opportunity to find some new ones to do in 2026. Speaking of, if you have any contacts in the Texas area for any haunted houses that would let me film, you can put a comment onto this video, or you can shoot me an email. My email is up in my contact information in the profile. I'm always looking for more haunts. I'm getting better at filming, so I want some more experience with that. So yeah, if you have those contacts, let me know.
I was born at Creepy Hollow, and I will die in Creepy Hollow.
Another fond memory that I have from 2025 is just meeting so many people in the industry, whether that's a haunt performer or whether that's a haunted house owner. I have felt nothing but love, love, love from the people that I have met. Haunt people, I'm telling you, they are the nicest people that you could ever want to meet in your life. And you just feel like family. Like most of the places I went to, they just suck you in and you just become part of the family. Interviewing the people who work at haunted houses and a lot of the conventions, that's been such an interesting journey. There's some stories to be told there, and it's very interesting learning like what's that motivating factor for each person, and do they do their own makeup, and how do they come up with their character. I feel like I want to investigate some more in depth with some of these folks. I don't know if that's something that would be interesting for the viewers of the channel, but I'd actually like to sit down with like maybe say 3 haunted actors, maybe in makeup, and just have that thorough conversation with them. Let me know, what do you think? Is that something that you'd like to see? Would you like to learn more in depth about what makes somebody tick up here to become a haunted actor? And I will tell you, it's not like a 1-year thing or a 2-year thing. The people that I have been talking to, it's like a life journey for them.
I was born at Creepy Hollow, and I will die in Creepy Hollow. Yeah.
They're set that they're going to do this for a very long time because that's how special it is for them. So if you want to know more, let me know down in the comments. Okay, so now what is my favorite video of the last 12 months? So I have my good friends over there at Haunt at the Roxbury, and that's going to be Jamie and David. And they have their own YouTube channel. And there was this challenge going around, like getting to know you better. I think there was 10 questions or so, like what's your favorite horror movie, and things like that. So I did that challenge, but then I decided to take it a bit further and talk about why I like Halloween, what it meant to me, how I grew up, etc., etc. And it was just something that I've been wanting to do for a really long time, and it was just kind of cool to kind of finally get all of that like memorialized onto video. My story of haunting, Halloween, costumes, and horror, and why it means something special to me. So it's just kind of a personal thing that I've always wanted to do, and I was like, yes. So how do you say it on the belt? I think that's another notch in my belt. That's another thing down. I don't know. I did it. I did it. Something I always wanted to do, and I'm so happy that I did. If you're interested to know those stories, hey, there's a video on that. You can check out and learn a lot more about me. Okay, so let's talk about 2026. What's up for the channel 2026? I want to be 100% honest with you. There are times that I go through my head and I say, what am I doing? I should just probably stop this. And it's very disappointing when you put a lot of effort and love into something and a couple hundred people watch it. So yeah, it kind of breaks my heart at times. But then I think about the passion that I have, how much I enjoy it, the people that I meet. It's something that I have always loved to do. It's just haunts and haunt the horror life, period. And you can probably tell right now I'm kind of getting excited because when I think about it, it's a passion. So right now it's just a passion project for me that's just kind of, it's not a money pit, but yeah, would it be nice to break even? Yeah, hopefully I'll get there someday. I got a little bit of revenue coming in. But for right now, it is a passion project. If you've been with me throughout this journey for the last couple of years, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I feel like there's some people out there that feel like I have something to say and they want to hear what I have to say. And if you made it this far in the video, you are one of those people that I'm talking about. You are special and I really appreciate you. Don't forget, if you see me out, come up and say hi because that makes me feel really good. And until next time, stay spooky, my friends.